The 14th century in the Americas was a period defined by rich cultures, thriving civilizations, and deep connections to nature. Long before the arrival of Europeans, the land we now call the United States was home to diverse indigenous peoples, each with unique traditions, beliefs, and ways of life. In the southeastern part of what is now the United States, the Mississippian culture was at its height. This advanced society centered around large settlements, with Cahokia being the most significant urban hub. Cahokia, near modern-day St. Louis, boasted a population of thousands. Its people constructed monumental earthen mounds for religious ceremonies, governance, and as platforms for elite dwellings. Agriculture was the foundation of their society, with crops like maize, beans, and squash forming their primary food sources. These crops supported large communities and allowed trade networks to flourish, connecting them to other regions. In the Southwest, the Ancestral Puebloans were renowned for their architectural achievements. They built intricate cliff dwellings in places like Mesa Verde, Colorado, to protect themselves from potential threats and to endure harsh weather conditions. Their society was deeply spiritual, as evidenced by kivas, circular ceremonial structures used for rituals. They relied on farming, cultivating crops in arid environments through innovative irrigation techniques. In the Great Plains, nomadic tribes like the ancestors of the Lakota and Cheyenne thrived by hunting bison, a critical resource that provided food, clothing, and tools. These communities were highly mobile, following the herds across the vast grasslands. Their way of life was deeply connected to the rhythms of nature. In the Northeast, the ancestors of the Iroquois and Algonquin lived in forests rich with resources. They built longhouses to shelter extended families and developed sophisticated political systems based on consensus and cooperation. The Iroquois Confederacy, for instance, laid the groundwork for later democratic principles. The 14th century was not without challenges. The climate began shifting during this time, ushering in the Little Ice Age. Colder temperatures affected farming and hunting practices, forcing communities to adapt to new environmental conditions. Despite these challenges, indigenous peoples demonstrated remarkable resilience and ingenuity, maintaining their traditions and thriving in diverse landscapes. Although their history is often overshadowed by later European colonization, the people of 14th century America lived vibrant, meaningful lives.